Do you ever look at other teachers building online businesses and think, how do they have time for that? Look, I get it. You're exhausted after a full day of teaching. You have a pile of grading that needs to be done. Dinner needs to be made for your family, and someone needs to help the kids with their homework. And by the time you sit down at the end of the day, you've got an hour before you're about to crash and fall asleep. And honestly, all you want to do is zone out on TikTok. So when people tell you to start a side hustle or start earning passive income, it honestly feels like a joke. Who has time for that? But here's what nobody tells you. You don't need to add more time in your day. You need to find the time you already have and swap it. Most teachers actually have 2 hours hidden in their day. They've just never actually taken the time to find where it is. And that's because they've never done a real time audit. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through my time audit method. The exact method I use for teachers who say, I have no time in my day, and show you real examples of what I call swap slots. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where your 2 hours are hiding and how to protect them without burning out or feeling guilty. Before I show you this method, you need to understand what most teachers miss. The reason you feel like you have no time isn't because you're busier than everybody else. It's because you've never actually tracked where your time goes. Think about it. You track your students' progress, right? You track grades, attendance, and behavior. But when was the last time you tracked your own hours? Most of us operate on autopilot. We scroll for just a few minutes that kind of happens to turn into 45 minutes. We say yes to things that don't serve our goals. We waste our high energy hours on low impact tasks. And here's the thing, I'm not judging. I did the same thing too. The moment I started tracking, I found moments I didn't know I had. So here's step 1 of the time audit method. Simply track your hours for 1 to 2 days. Write down every hour, and I mean every hour of your day, even the small stuff. And here's what that may look like. From 6 to 7 a.m., you're getting up, you're getting ready, you're driving to school. From 7:30 to 3 p.m., you are getting ready for your students to arrive. You are teaching, you are attending meetings, you're doing all the teacher stuff. From 3 to 5, you're grading papers, answering emails. From 5 to 7 p.m., this is dinner time and time spent with your family. From 8 to 9, maybe you've put the kids to bed, you're scrolling on social media, you're watching TV. And here's the key. Next to each block, I want you to write down your energy level on a scale from 1 to 5. When I did this with Sarah, a 4th grade teacher, she realized she was spending 90 minutes every night after she put the kids to bed just scrolling aimlessly on social media. Her energy was low, but this was still usable time. That's when the light bulb went off. Now that you can see where your time is going, it's time to find the hidden gold. And that's where swap slots comes in. The next step is where teachers have their biggest breakthrough, because it's not about doing more. It's about swapping for what doesn't serve you to what does. Listen, you're not going to magically create extra hours in your day, but you are going to find small chunks of time, 15, 30 minutes here or there, where your energy is decent, but your time isn't being used intentionally. These are your swap slots. A swap slot is any pocket of time where you're doing something of low value that you could replace with something that actually moves you towards your goal. For example, 30 minutes scrolling on TikTok. Swap it for brainstorming post ideas. 20 minutes before school starts. Swap it for outlining an email. 1 hour on Sunday afternoon. Swap it for creating content. You're not adding to your plate, you're just choosing differently. Here's step 2. Look at your time audit and highlight the swap zones. Ask yourself, where am I wasting time that I could redirect? Where am I doing something mindless where I could be building something? Circle your moments. That is your raw material. One teacher I worked with realized that she was watching Netflix for 2 hours every night. She didn't want to give up her shows completely because that was her unwind time. So instead, she swapped one of those hours 3 nights a week for working on her business. In 90 days, she had her first product launched. Okay, so now you've found your swap slots. But here's the thing, not all hours are created equal. And that brings me to the most important part of this whole system. What I'm about to share with you is the difference between spinning your wheels and actually making progress. You can have all the time in the world, but if you're trying to be creative, when your brain is fried, you're going to get nowhere. This is why so many teachers start side hustles and quit after only a few months. They're trying to write emails or create content at 9 p.m. after a brutal day, and it feels impossible. Step 3 is all about finding your power hours, the times when your energy is naturally the highest. Look back at your time audit. Where did you rate yourself as a 4 or 5 for your energy level? That's when you should be doing your income producing tasks. Things like writing, creating content, planning your offers, recording videos. Save those low energy times for admin stuff, scheduling posts, responding to comments, or organizing your files. If mornings are your power time, wake up just 30 minutes earlier and knock out your most important task before even going to your teaching job. This is personally what I like to do. If evenings are calmer after the kids go to bed, then use that time. If weekends give you a fresh reset, block off a couple hours Saturday or Sunday morning. The key is matching your energy to the activity, not forcing yourself to work when you're running on fumes. I once worked with a teacher who is just not a morning person. She was forcing herself to wake up at 5 a.m. every day. And since she is not a morning person, she was not at all productive. To put it lightly, she was miserable. So we switched it. She found that she worked better in the evening when her kids were asleep and she had a second wind. This was her most productive time. That simple shift doubled her output. All right, so you've tracked your time, found your swap slots, and identified your power hours. Now it's time to put it all together in a realistic plan. This is where everything actually clicks into place. You finally have a roadmap that works with your busy teacher life. Most people fail at building an online business because they don't have a system. They work randomly, whenever they feel motivated, and wonder why nothing sticks. But when you have a blueprint, a weekly rhythm that's predictable and realistic, everything changes. Step 4 is creating your 2-hour Workday Blueprint. Here's how it works. You take those power blocks and swap slots you identified, and you plug them into your weekly schedule. It might look like this. Monday, content ideas, 5 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. Tuesday, product work, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Wednesday, community posts, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Thursday, learn or watch a training, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Friday, automation setups over your lunch break. Notice something? It's just an hour here and an hour there. But when you string it together over a week, you've got about 10 focused hours or more. That's more than enough to build real momentum. Grab a calendar, digital or paper, it doesn't matter, and block out your 2-hour workdays across the week. Be specific. Don't just write work on business. Write exactly what you'll focus on during each session. Here's the most important part. Treat those blocks like sacred appointments. No guilt, no multitasking, just focused action. I've seen teachers who thought they had 0 time end up building entire email lists, launching digital products, and even making their first sales, all by protecting just 2 hours a day. Because here's the truth, consistency beats intensity every single time. Now I know you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but will I actually stick to it? And that's why step 5 exists. The biggest killer of teacher side hustles isn't lack of time. It's guilt. Guilt for not grading more. Guilt for not spending more time with your own kids. Guilt for doing something for you. But let me tell you something. Building your online business isn't just for you. You're building an income stream for your family. You're giving your family financial freedom. And that is taking care of your family. Step 5 is about protecting your 2-hour workday, just like you'd protect a doctor's appointment or a parent-teacher conference. That means you communicate with your family. These 2 hours are for me to work on my business. Turn off all notifications. Say no to things that don't serve your goals. Tell your partner or your kids, today I'm working from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This is my uninterrupted time to work on my business. I'm working on something important for our family. I need you to help me out here. And then follow through. You'll be shocked by how much you can accomplish by not multitasking and staying focused. Here's what you now know. Step 1, track your time for 1 to 2 days and rate your energy level. Step 2, find your swap slots, small chunks where you can redirect your time. Step 3, identify your power hours and match them to creative tasks. Step 4, build your 2-hour workday blueprint and plug it into your week. Step 5, protect that time like your financial future depends on it, because it does. Listen, you don't need to quit your teaching job or work 60 hours a week to build something meaningful. You just need 2 focused hours a day and a system that works for you. This is exactly how I help teachers go from I have no time to I just created my first digital product without sacrificing their career or their family. And if you want to make this even easier, I've created a free 2-hour workday checklist that walks you through this entire process step by step. Grab it using the link in the description. It's completely free and it will save you hours of trial and error. Because here's the truth. You do have the time. You just need to see it, claim it, and protect it. Now go find those 2 hours. Your future self will thank you. You can also join my free community on school called Beyond the Classroom. This is a great way to get started. I'll see you there.